Hello and welcome to Main Street Matters by Heart on Main Street, the podcast that knows there's a moment where pricing becomes more than numbers. It becomes clarity, confidence, and leadership, and we can get you there. I'm your host, Patrick Keiser. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful time with your families. It's such a magical time of the year. And store owners, I hope you get one last day to relax before everything starts to get wild. Or maybe it already has. I want to apologize up front about my audio. My longtime microphone has been malfunctioning. You may have heard some clicks in the background of the audio in previous episode or even on our webinars. I will be airing 2 webinars next week, so you might hear them on those episodes as well. The only way I can really get that to stop is to get a new microphone, and that has not come in yet. So I wanted to be upfront about the audio and why this sounds a little bit different as I'm using my computer audio. Today marks a big moment, the final episode in our 10-part series inspired by Thomas Nagle's landmark work, The Strategy and Tactics of Pricing. Over the last 9 episodes, we've explored the hidden power of pricing, the psychological value of pricing, the importance of segmentation, the danger of unnecessary discounts, and the strength that comes from pricing integrity. I know an episode on Thanksgiving seems strange, but I did want to finish this series prior to Black Friday, and, well, we've made it, kind of, we're right under the bar. I also wanted to do one last call out about Giving Tuesday, which is coming up on next Tuesday, December 2nd, which crazy that next week is already December. The year has absolutely flown by. But Giving Tuesday is a national day of giving. Heart on Main Street is raising money to help out retailers that have been affected by natural disasters. This year, we have 18 vendors and showrooms and companies that are matching the first $500 that we raise. So once we raise $500, we've actually really already raised $9,500 to help out retailers affected by natural disasters, which is absolutely incredible. But certainly we want to raise a lot more than that. So if you wouldn't mind going to www.heartonmainstreet.org and you can donate there and help out retailers, help them rebuild their stores, reopen, and remain a part of their community. Now, here we are in episode 10 of Strategy and Tactics of Pricing. We're going to be bringing everything together today. This final episode is called The Value Conversation, turning pricing strategy into everyday practice. Because strategy is really only powerful when it becomes something that you live. Having an idea of something, the textbook strategy, doesn't work if you don't take it out of the textbook. Something your team understands and that your customers experience and that your community feels that when you are living these different strategies. Nagle writes that pricing strategy becomes reality through the conversations that we create and the experiences that reinforce them. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about. How do you take everything that we've learned, everything you believe about your value, and turn it into daily conversations with your customers? This is the capstone of everything. So let's race to the finish line. It's book club time. Before we look ahead, let's look back. Because you've just completed a journey that many retailers have never taken. A journey that reshapes how you see pricing and how you see yourself. I want to recap what we have covered so far. Episode 1 was the hidden power of pricing. We started by discovering that pricing isn't just one lever among many, it's the most powerful driver of profitability. A 1% change in price can create a far bigger boost in profits than a 1% increase in sales or a 1% decrease in costs. Not because prices magically create money, but because they reflect value. Episode 2 was value-based pricing over cost-plus pricing. We explored why the old cost-plus method falls short and how value-based pricing unlocks the real worth that independent retailers create. They create community, expertise, curation, and experience. We learned that customers don't buy based on your cost, they buy based on what the product means to them. Episode 3 was about knowing your customer segments. This episode showed us that not all customers value the same things, and that great pricing starts with understanding the different needs, motivations, and expectations of those who walk through your door. There are bargain hunters, there are loyal locals, there are experience seekers, and gift givers. Each group values you differently, and through segmentation, you can align your offerings with each customer's definition of value. Episode 4 was about the psychology of pricing. We explored the fascinating world of how customers feel about price. There's anchoring, charm pricing, the decoy effect, the pain of paying that we also talked about in Why We Buy, and the signaling of quality. We learned that price perception is shaped not just by numbers, but by stories, framing, and context. Episode 5 was about price structures that guide choice. We discussed the power of structure, the way choice architecture can gently guide customers towards the option that serve them best and sustain your margins. We talked about tiers, bundles, versions, and add-ons. Structure doesn't manipulate things, it clarifies them for the customer. Episode 6 was about competing on value, not price. We tackled the big box pressure, the online race to the bottom, and the temptation to price match your way into oblivion. These things will destroy your business. You learned how to emphasize what truly differentiates you, your service, your care, your expertise, the value that you have to your community, instead of just playing a game that you cannot win based on price. Episode 7 was about communicating value with confidence. We walked through how to express your value through signage, storytelling, staff language, packaging, and customer interaction, because value must be communicated in order to be seen. Episode 8 was about promotions with purpose. You discovered how to use discounts strategically as tools and not crutches, promotions that reward loyalty, move inventory, and celebrate community without eroding your brand. And then finally, earlier this week, we had episode 9 about pricing integrity. We covered the heart of trust, which is consistency, and how you align your pricing online and in store, how to protect your credibility, and how to handle changes with honesty and transparency. Whew, oh boy. All of that has brought us to today, the point where strategy becomes story, becomes conversation, and becomes culture. So what exactly is the value conversation? It is every interaction where a customer encounters your price informs an opinion about it, not just at the register, but in their mind, heart, and experience. The value conversation happens all over your store. It happens when a customer picks up an item and sees the price tag. It happens when your staff describes a product, when a customer compares your store to an online listing, when someone asks, why is this one more expensive than the other ones? When you post online about a new item, when a customer sees your display, when you explain your promotions, when a regular notices an increase in price. Price is a conversation. Value is a conversation. The story of your business is a conversation. And the best retailers learn to guide that conversation intentionally, gently, consistently, so customers understand what makes them worth choosing even at a higher price. Nagle writes, value must be translated into meaning for that customer, and meaning is built through conversation. So here's what that means for you. The value conversation is not arguing with your customers, defending your prices, talking customers into something, justifying your worth, or feeling guilty for charging what you must. The value conversation is all about making your value easy to see, explaining your decisions with clarity, helping customers understand the benefits, showing how your store makes life easier or more joyful, connecting your prices to your purpose. Price becomes a story, and you are the storyteller. A great value conversation has 5 core parts. Master these, and pricing becomes a second nature item. The first part is clarity. Customers should understand exactly what the price is, what it includes, and why it makes sense. Clarity removes friction. Confusion is going to kill sales. Clear communication looks like simple price tags, readable signage, consistent language, and transparent policies. Part number 2, confidence. Confidence doesn't mean sounding arrogant. It means knowing your worth. If you present price hesitantly, customers will be hesitant. If you present your price confidently, customers will feel reassured. Confidence is communication, though. It's about the tone of voice, your body language, uncluttered displays, consistent pricing, and clear expectations. Part number 3 is context. Context shapes how customers interpret price. You create context by showing craftsmanship and quality and locality, the story, the materials, the uniqueness, comparing but without competing. Context turns a price into a meaning. Part 4 is the conversation. Price communication is not a monologue, it's a dialogue. Good value conversations include listening, asking questions, understanding purpose, understanding who they're shopping for, matching value to need, helping the customer feel seen. When the conversation is personalized, price becomes personal in a good way. And then part 5 is consistency. The value conversation must be the same across all touchpoints. Whether that's online, in-store, social media, staff communication, your events, promotions, consistency builds trust, and trust makes price feel fair. If you put these 5 components together, clarity, confidence, context, conversation, and consistency, 5 C's, and you have your pricing strategy that doesn't live on paper, it lives within people. So let's talk through some real-world examples of how the value conversation plays out in daily retail life. So let's kind of role play a little bit. So one scenario might be a customer compares you to a price online. The customer says, I saw this cheaper on Amazon. The old way might be, well, let me see if I can match it. A new value conversation is, I understand online can be cheaper, but what we offer is hands-on guidance, local support, and the assurance that you're getting exactly what you need. And if anything goes wrong, we're always right here to help. This reframes price into value. Scenario number 2, a customer asks why one item costs more than another. The customer says, why is this candle $28 when others are $22? A value conversation looks like saying, that one is made locally in small batches, and it burns longer than the other $22 ones. Many customers choose it when they want a gift with a little extra story behind it. You connect the price to the meaning. Scenario number 3, a customer hesitates at a higher priced option. Saying something like, most of our regulars choose this option because it lasts longer and has free refills, but we do have a lower priced version if that better fits what you're looking for. You're empowering them, not pressuring them. Scenario number 4 is maybe the staff feels unsure about explaining value. You must train them. Train them to say something like, this brand is one of our favorites. We choose it because the quality is excellent and our customers love how well it holds up. This will give them confidence to communicate that value. And then scenario number 5, posting a new product on social media. A bad way to do this would be new arrival, $48. A better way, in that value conversation way, is handcrafted leather wallets that are made just 30 miles from here. Each one is cut and stitched and finished by hand. They are $48 in store. You lead with the story, get them hooked, and then you talk about the price. Another scenario might be rising prices during inflation. I feel like we have all gone through this as of recently. A value conversation might be, we're updating some prices to reflect increased costs from our suppliers. Thank you for supporting our commitment to local makers and local businesses and the high quality products that we provide you. You're staying honest, clear, and appreciative. And then a final scenario might be when you're launching a promotion. Instead of saying 20% off everything, a value conversation looks like, this week only, loyalty members get early access to our spring preview collection. Our thank you for being part of our community. That way the value stays central. In each scenario, the value conversation transforms how customers interpret the price, making it feel fair, logical, and positive. The value conversation becomes strongest when it becomes part of your culture, your habits, your routines, your training, your expectations. To create a value-driven culture, you need to take several steps. One is to repeat your value message often. Put it on the wall, put it on your website, put it on your seats, put it on, talk about it within your team meetings. People believe what they hear consistently. Another thing is to make pricing a team topic. Talk openly about it. Why prices are what they are. How to explain value. What to say when customers ask questions. Give your staff words so that they feel confident using them. Also, celebrate value wins. Did a customer thank your team for creating great service? Celebrate that. Did someone choose the higher tier because of your explanation? Celebrate that too. Reinforce the behavior that you want more of. Pair price integrity with experience integrity. Make sure that the experience matches the price. So you have beautiful displays, a clean store, attentive service, thoughtful packaging. The experience is going to reinforce that value. And then let value conversations guide your decisions. If a promotion doesn't align with your story, then skip it. If a vendor doesn't match your values, then let them go. If a product doesn't feel worth its price, then rethink that product. Clarity leads to confidence, and confidence leads to loyalty. So as we close out this series, here are 3 final steps to move forward with purpose. Step number 1, write your value statement. A simple 1 or 2 sentence message that says, this is who we are, this is what we deliver, and this is why we're worth it. Use that everywhere. Step number 2, build a pricing practice checklist. Include value-based pricing, segmentation, structure, communication, purposeful promotions, and price integrity. And then review this every quarter. Make sure you are up to date and make sure that you are still aligned. And then step number 3, train your staff in the value conversation. We have brought this up over and over. It can be something that lives with you, but if it doesn't go beyond you, if your staff is not trained on this, if your staff doesn't know about this or not confident about it, then that will be reflected in how your customers see your business. So role play questions. Ask them, why is this so expensive? Can you match this price that I saw online? Do you have anything cheaper in store? Give them the language that feels natural, confident, and aligned with the values of your store. Your team becomes your pricing ambassadors. And so that brings us to the end of our 10-part journey through the strategy and tactics of pricing by Thomas Nagle. If you've made it this far, then you're not just learning pricing, you're leading it. You're building a business where price reflects purpose, where customers feel understood, where your team speaks with confidence, where your community trusts your brand, and where your profits support your mission. Pricing isn't a one-time decision. It's a long-term conversation between you and your customers, a conversation built on clarity, fairness, and shared value. Nagle writes that effective pricing is never an event, it is a practice. I hope this series has given you the tools, the language, and the confidence that help you build the practice in your store and that you are able to do it with heart. Thank you for joining me on this journey and being a part of something that will help grow your business. Pricing is so important, yet so many people do not pay enough attention to it. It is the end of the series. We are going to, next week, we're going to catch up on some webinars that we have not been able to air through our podcast. And then we're going to start up on another book at the little bit into December. So we'll be kind of on and off with that. Obviously, we have holidays coming up. Is the show season going on, and that I will be attending in Dallas and Atlanta. So there's a lot going on over the next couple months, but we will be doing another book club book. I've heard a lot of great feedback about this. If this series or any of the other series that we've done has helped you, please share it with another retailer. Any information that helps you can help others, And by building better businesses together, you can build a better Main Street area or downtown shopping district or wherever you are. More successful businesses in your area help you out as well. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a review so more Main Street businesses can benefit from this. As always, stay safe, shop local, and keep your heart on Main Street. This episode was written, produced, researched, and edited by me, Patrick Keiser, with a very, very special thanks to Thomas Nagle in his book, The Strategy and Tactics of Pricing, in bookstores now. For more information about Heart on Main Street, you can visit www.heartonmainstreet.org, or you can email us at contact@heartonmainstreet.org. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.